Today, I have Dr. Jay Sheth with me from India. Dr. Sheth, born in rural India in a humble family background, accomplished his PhD degree in biochemistry from the University of Bombay. He is also a diploma certificate holder in reproductive biology and medicine from Geneva University. Currently, he is the Vice President of the Indian Society of Human Genetics. He is a member of the National Rare Disease Registry, a member of National Task Force on Lysosomal Storage Disorder, and also a member of several other national and international organizations. That's why he is here today. Dr. Sheth, with his wife, Franny Sheth, are the founder of a well-known national organization named FREECH, Institute of Human Genetics in Ahmedabad at India. He has won several awards and fellowships, and to name a few, WHO fellowships, UICC fellowships. He has published more than 120 research articles and authored several chapters, as well as he has written a very good book, and I'm very proud to show that to the viewers on the subject of human genetics. I carry this book, and I fully recommend the interested professionals to have a book on genetics. Dr. Sheth is one of the very first doctors from India to report in BMC endocrine disorder about prevalence of vitamin D deficiency in urban population in India. The most exciting part of his career, and that if I do not read the initial briefing will not be over, and that is our late President APJ Abdul Kalam praised Mr. Dr. and Mrs. Dr. Jay Sheth for his extraordinary work in genetics and endocrinology. Dr. Sheth has taken various trainings, so and so forth. If I start reading his CV, probably the entire hour will go by in citing his accomplishments and what all he has done for the society as a whole. So not wasting any time further to you viewers on the timeline of Dr. Jay Sheth, I can see people started pouring their emotions. They started giving their feedbacks on different timelines all over the world. So not wasting your time, dear viewers, I would like to introduce the format of our today's presentation. We have approximately taken out 29 questions. First 3 minutes will be for the introduction and giving the overview of the program. Approximately 40 minutes, Dr. Jay Sheth will brief and educate, embolden, enlighten all of us with regard to the deficiency of vitamin D. And not necessarily he needs to give us replies to all the answers, but most probably he will know the answers of many of the questions. That's why he is here. And around 7 o'clock Indian time and 9:30 New York time, we will wrap up the program. So Dr. Sheth, warm welcome to you today.
Thank you, Dr. Pranav. Thank you for the invitation to your virtual studio of NPAFInc in Canada. So I know that many of my friends told, are you going to come in Canada? So no, it is going to be thanks to the new technology. Thank you for the invitation.
It's an honor that you accepted our invitation today. So are the viewers, are we audible to you? Is the voice clarity absolutely fine? Because we had some issues, and at present, multiple channels, one after another, people are showing thumbs up on the screen, and it's being relayed. The viewers, those who want to tag today's presentation, I kindly request you to tag NPAFInc, because there is a big rush on timeline of Dr. Jay Sheth, and compliments are being displayed here. So any other than the regular viewers want to tag, please tag NPAFInc, and feel free to pass it on, share with your contacts on the social media, wherever you want to. Viewers of Talk TV, just fine tune. If you are with the Periscope, write NPAFInc. If you are with Twitter, go to NPAFInc. Just log in with NPAFInc and we are there live. So first question to you, Doctor, and this is your program. I completed my 3 minutes now. We will be blessed with your knowledge and we would like to learn more on the concept of vitamin D. So my first question to you is, what are the benefits of taking vitamin D, please?
I think your straightway asked me the summing up of the whole vitamin D deficiency. I would say that what are the benefits? You know, vitamin D is very vital, right from birth or skeletal growth. Way back, remember, I think way back in 17th century, when children had rickets, then they identify giving the cod liver oil that corrects the rickets. And later on in 1920 or 25, US and UK have fortified the milk with vitamin D and they found almost eliminate the risk of rickets. So the first benefit to the children, you are able to eliminate the risk for the rickets. Benefits in adults, there are, I think, the several points, there are several comments, several research in agreement and in discordance also. The research says that yes, the elder people who have the frequent fall or fracture, vitamin D deficiency is one of the cause, and vitamin D supplementation will help them. It's also important in the neurocognition, many neuromuscular disorders, and also shown the importance in the autoimmune disorders. It increases the immune systems. It is also implicated in many of the metabolic disorders, in some of the cancer prevention and so. So this is all a research. I would say that it is like an endemic or epidemic of vitamin D deficiency across the globe. Because you just investigate the people, and I would find that when we did the study in way back before almost about 8 years, we found that 90% of our urban population they have vitamin D deficiency. And then when I sent that research paper when it published in BMC endocrine disorders, I sent that papers to our PMO, who is very active for the research, and then say, okay, in India, this is so much vitamin D deficiency there, we should do something for it, because if we fortify meal, we fortify some oil or some bread, perhaps we will lessen the burden of maybe knee replacement or many other diseases, no doubt. But then the answer came that in rural area, we may not have, because India has a plenty of sun. How come we have the deficiency? Maybe this story may not be true for the rural area, and that's true also.
That's true. It seems at a first stroke you covered up my 3 questions. My second question was, what is the vitamin D good for the human body and what happens if the vitamin D is low? So would you like to add anything further to that?
Yeah. No, there are too many things. I think when you say the what, can you repeat the question, second question?
What is vitamin D good for in the human body?
I think you covered up in the first question. It's good for the foremost, the vital part of vitamin D is for bone, skeletal system development. So for bone, to keep your bone healthy, vitamin D is very important. And now it has crossed that boundary and is no more only related to the bone. It is also related with the cancer prevention, also related with the metabolic disorders, also related with the immune system boosting up, also related with the neurocognition development. So even in the cell proliferation, cell differentiation. So I think almost virtually the body has got the vitamin D receptors everywhere, including the brain. So it is important, but not only now limited role only the skeletal level. We say, oh, vitamin D, somebody has a bone problem, give vitamin D, but not so. I think for almost it's like a multidisciplinary, same way the multifunctional of the vitamin D supplementation of vitamin D, enough amount of vitamin D availability to the human body.
My next question to you, doctor, is it better to take vitamin D at night time or during or in the morning time?
I would say it's very tricky. If you add a morning time, it's fine because vitamin D has a half-life of almost about 13 days. So if you take a night time or a daytime, if you have to take a supplementation, then it is any time of the day is fine. It does the only thing, yes, if you have a natural source, you don't get in night time because natural source is only the sunlight. And you get only in the daytime, you don't get in night time. So I would say that yes, the any time of the day, vitamin D it remains in the body for 13 days half-life, so it is all right.
Okay, okay, point taken, doctor. And can you take the vitamin D with an empty stomach? Any special recommendation on consumption of
Please
vitamin?
always not with an empty stomach after food because vitamin D is a fat soluble.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have an empty stomach, it may not be good because vitamin when you take vitamin D, it is not an active form. It becomes only active when it goes inside the body and then it gets absorbed in the intestine and then it gets absorbed in the liver and then get also in the renal. These three are the main body organ systems. So it is a fat soluble. One has to remember. So if you do not have enough fat in the body, your vitamin D will not be get absorbed. So not advisable to take vitamin D in empty stomach.
Oh, wonderful. So grateful to you for throwing light to this particular issue. And how much vitamin D should I take daily? Should a patient take daily?
You because normal vitamin D they suggest like in a newborn is a 400 units IU per day, or maybe in an adult is a 600, or in a older population is 800 IU per day. That is what is suggested normal dose if you have vitamin D deficiency. Then, and if you know that what is the normal range of vitamin D is I think they again like in Indian population what we find is most of these Indian population they have nearly around 20 nanogram, which we have to have almost 25 to 30 up to 50 the nanogram. So majority of vitamin in Indian people they have the vitamin D deficiency. I don't know about other country, but what I see the research papers is almost across the all over the places we find vitamin D deficiency is very common. Perhaps in other country maybe because of don't have enough the sun available like in Western country like in Europe or in Finland or maybe in Canada. But in India, the big question is why do we have vitamin D deficiency in India?
We
I
always
think
have in Canada. I've been living for more than 15 years, and we definitely have a problem of inadequate sun rays. And the part of Canada where I reside has the least sun rays all across North America. So it's a very big issue, Doctor. Take me. Uh,
you must be taking vitamin D supplementation then, right?
yeah, we need to. We have no other go other than taking supplements of vitamin D. And vitamin D and folic acid are a point of great debate in scan report of WHO. But not digressing to the subject, dear viewers, Dr. Jay Sheth is with me and he is elaborating, educating the viewers on the importance of vitamin D. All the questions are pulled over by using Google algorithm. They are the most popular question which people generally keep Googling, and these are derived based on the findings over Google. Google indicates and the precision in marketing management are very close to the accuracy. So they are very popular questions. Don't go away. Continue to pour in your questions over social media. After 10-15 minutes of today's presentation, we will pick up the question from the audience as well. Stay tuned, Dr. Jay Sheth with us. And my next question to you, Doctor, is how can I increase vitamin D in my body? Is there a natural way to increase?
I think yes. First of all, what age you are asking me? Is it in a the young child, or asking in the middle-aged person like your age or my age? I would say how much, how do I get, or how much? As a vegetarian, we have a very little source of vitamin D, except the mushroom which are fortified with vitamin D, which in India I don't think is very popular also. But I know in country like Finland or many of the Western country, they do have the vitamin D supplement mushrooms available. But in vegetarian population, otherwise we do not have any other source. So the only source available, as you know, that vitamin D is natural source, we get it from the sunlight. So if we have a sunlight exposure in a daytime for 10 to 15 minutes, that is enough for a day.
Oh, great.
But
Mhm.
yeah,
Uh,
so but
yeah, one very important question pertaining to the natural look and the appearance of a person, and it is our favorite subject. We try to do a lot of things on DHA and hair growth. So, what does vitamin D do for the hair growth?
hair growth,
Yeah.
hair growth, there are no some studies seen for the hair growth with a vitamin D supplementation. I have not seen. Only thing, yes, it is required the vitamin D when you have more near to the sun and you have an access of the UV light exposure to your skin, and to protect your skin from to damaging your DNA, it requires the sun lotion. But otherwise, there are not much studies known that how to increase your hair growth by supplementing vitamin D. So I do not think I can answer that question very
No,
well.
that's fine. We are not Google. We do not seek all the answers. These are the practical advices. Otherwise, Google provide all kind of information, and we want to have a first-hand information from a renowned clinician of the stature of Dr. Sheikh. So, your saying so does not put us at an awkward spot for sure. We are contrary to that. We are honored that you are coming up very, very openly on every subject. Thank you, doctor. So the next question to you is, does vitamin D help a patient for a sleep?
For slim,
Yeah.
this is a very no, nobody, the obese people can become this slim. No, there is no studies, no research known that. Yes, yes, it is known that the people who are obese, their vitamin D gets stored in the adipose tissues, but it's not the other way around. Those who are slim, and how to become slim by supplementing vitamin D. No, only thing, yes, natural way, yes. If you want to be slim, particularly, you just jog yourself in the morning, you get enough vitamin D sun exposure, you will be slim. So that will serve two purposes. You will have enough vitamin D. So perhaps one can link that. Yes, I am going in the morning, I have my sun exposure and I am become slim. No, it is not. It is you go in the morning time, go jog in the sunlight, and perhaps you are getting enough vitamin D. So that may be linked that some study might have. I have not read any study. Okay, you have sun exposure and vitamin D has increased and that's how we become slim. But no, there are no studies that I can say that we take vitamin D supplementation and we will be slim. No.
Point taken, doctor. And how about sleep? Sleep.
Sleep apnea,
That's right.
vitamin D again. I think this is how do you get this kind of the question?
This is what, see, doctor, let me share this with you that people keep enter. Yeah.
D is the only one which is crossing the brain and the blood barrier. It goes to the brain, and vitamin D receptors are all in the brain, even in hippocampus area. So perhaps vitamin D sufficiency may give you good sleep, but I cannot say yes. Taking vitamin D and you will have a good sleep. No, I will say no.
Okay, dear viewers and Dr. Sheikh, these questions are derived based on Google algorithm and analytics. This is what people keep Googling, and vitamin D questions pertaining to vitamin D is in great demand. So when we float this,
Yeah, the entire body has got all vitamin D receptors.
okay.
And so it is like I know when I was doing my study, doing PhD, inhibin one hormone. And any organ you take and you find inhibin. So you find inhibin everywhere. You cannot link with that what is the sufficiency, what deficiency. Same way when we study the vitamin D in our diet, when our whole idea was to study does the vitamin D deficiency is responsible for the diabetes. When we surprise that we look at the 600 type 2 diabetic subjects, we looked at the 600 who are non-diabetic subjects, healthy, and we found the vitamin D deficiency is equally distributed. So then you cannot link that with the diabetes, it is the cause of the diabetes, because you're finding everywhere. And that is why whatever the study you find in the literature also, either they are randomized trial or so in this case, randomized trial will not be helpful because they will not give the right answer. So observational studies will be more important, and no doubt observational studies does suggest that vitamin D has multiple benefits, including maybe for sleep if somebody observe that, or maybe increase the hair growth. I have not seen that, so
No,
okay.
that's fine. We started receiving a lot of questions over Google, as people can see here also on the screen. Thank you so much, Doctor, and rest assured, whatever you are coaching, sharing, it's very helpful to all of us today. Should I take vitamin D supplements? Should I, or should the patients take?
Check vitamin first. Check your vitamin D. If your vitamin D is less than 25 or in the standard of 25 to 30 nanogram, yes, you should take a supplement. I would suggest that. But if you are normal, no need to take the supplement. So you just check first of all.
Yeah.
You cannot, you know that vitamin D increase take the vitamin D intoxication also one has to take care. So if you have enough amount of vitamin D in your body, no need to take that. It is not like a pill okay, over the counter available, so you just take it. So my question is, before you take the vitamin D, check a vitamin D level in the body. If it is your deficiency, then only take it. Otherwise, and you are not required to take the source of vitamin D. Simple supplementation, vitamin D tablet or chewable tablet is good enough. Or if you are not able to do that, have sit like in country like India when there is ample sun is there. Sit for 10-15 minutes in sun in the daytime, maybe around 9 o'clock when your sunrise is there. Sit for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, do some exercise in the sun time. I think you get enough, you have made your day. You get enough vitamin D for that day.
Wonderful. We are almost halfway, Doctor, and I have a very important question to ask you out of the script, and that is from Sai Patro. He is the chairman of Mutual Pharmaceuticals and an adherent believer of the technology that NPA brought to the proof of concept, and he is in Latin America and one of the financier of supporting these programs. Wherever he is, he always supports us. And he just now asked me over Google that milk versus vitamin D. Can you explain a bit about that? Saint Patro
Yeah,
Modial Pharmaceuticals.
milk versus vitamin D. Milk has to be fortified with vitamin D. In the Western country, I know that there is vitamin D enriched milk is available. So if you take a normal milk, you may not get vitamin D. No, you get only vitamin D if your milk has to be fortified. If you say milk versus vitamin D, yes, it's a good source for vitamin D. Only thing you have to fortify it with the vitamin D. You can do that.
Okay, thank you, Sai. I think there is Ganesh Google also sending me a lot of questions, and thank you, Ganesh, for your contribution over YouTube. It seems that the programs are gaining momentum, and you all are watching. Thank you so much for joining us today. Doctor, next question to you is: do you need to take vitamin D with food?
I said yes because vitamin D, do not take empty stomach. Vitamin D is a fat soluble.
Mhm.
So you should have enough amount of the fat in the body. If you have empty stomach, vitamin D will not get absorbed. So you have to take along with the food. After food, you take vitamin D. Is good enough.
Okay. Yeah. Next couple of questions seem to be falling in the territory of the food scientists. So I will
Okay.
I will switch over to the next one. When should I take vitamin D, morning or night? That already you answered.
I have a answer about
Yeah,
that
that's
because
right.
vitamin D is for about half life is 13 days time. So if it's in the morning, evening is good enough. Whatever is convenient to you is fine.
Wonderful. Does vitamin D help to lose? This is a burning question. Does it help to
No,
lose belly fat? Belly fat?
I will advise yes, it will help to lose the body, but your belly fat, provided you do exercise and that will give you the source of vitamin D, and you will lose your body, I think, the belly fat. So there is no magic. It's not that magic that you take a vitamin D pill and you will have a lose your, no. So uh, I think the viewers are very smart. Don't think that vitamin D is only tablet will make you the slim, will make your belly fat reduce. Your belly fat will reduce. Vitamin D will increase, provided you do the jogging in the morning. Being change your lifestyle instead of having an indoor, go outside. Instead of having the gym indoor, if you do your gym outside in the open air where the sun is there, it serves two purpose. It serves you reduce your body, you reduce your belly fat, and you will have enough vitamin D available to you as well.
Thank you, Doctor. One more question from the script, and that is of does vitamin D help the skin?
Have
Does
slim
skin?
skin. Skin, I would say no. It doesn't help, but yes, if you are a, I will tell you that why we are a dark skin and then why the people have this fair skin. What the difference between these two? Those who have a dark skin, vitamin D absorption will be very slow. Those who have a light skin, vitamin D absorption will be faster. You know, nature is very smart. Here I would like to add why some people have a dark skin and some people have the light skin. Nature knows, oh, that you have a ample of sun is available and you have plenty of sun is there. So so you do not have to have excess of the vitamin D available in your body. So nature has given you a dark skin. So then vitamin absorption will be slow. And you know that then, but where in the country, like in where you stay, in Canada or in a Western country where there is a low amount of the, there is very sun is scanty. Nature has given them a fair skin. So then you have a better absorption of vitamin D. So vitamin D will not change your complex. But vitamin D absorption depends on your complex. If you have fair skin, your exposure to the sun few times, maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes, you have a faster exposure as compared to those in a dark skin.
Next question to you, doctor, is does vitamin D have any side effect?
As like, I think anything in excess is poison. So vitamin D toxicity is also known. So one should what? If you take a vitamin D, please do not become a doctor. First of all, ask your doctor whether you really require vitamin D. Test your vitamin D. Even if your doctor gives the vitamin D directly, first check your vitamin D status. If you have vitamin D sufficiency, do not take it because vitamin D toxication is known and that is also a risk factor even for the cancer. So do not take excess of vitamin D.
And that takes me to I will take a bit of I will be a bit off track for a next little while because I remember well visiting you at Medicare at Ellis Bridge, and beside to your genetic center I understand you run a laboratory. So how frequently do you recommend to have this kind of testings at a laboratory? How scientifically it should be monitored? How frequently it should be evaluated?
We were the first one, if I remember, to start the vitamin D investigations as like vitamin B12. We are the first one to say the Indian subjects we have vitamin B12 deficiency is common in India. Same way we were the first one to say that vitamin D deficiency is common. And I would now it has become like a routine investigations. Anybody has got something to do with maybe infertility or maybe some fatigue or tiredness or uh, any kind of I think it is becoming a routine battery of investing. Somebody wants to have a health package investigations. Vitamin D and vitamin B12 are part of that. So it is almost everyday investigations now. And I think it is good also because that's how we understand to know that vitamin D deficiency is common, and then many papers are putting in every day in and day out. If you look at the Google search or if you make a PubMed search or if you make a Cochrane search, you find that vitamin D related articles, publications are plenty. It may be related with autoimmunity, may be related with the colorectal carcinoma, may be related with the chemo prevention, may be related with your neuromuscular problems or neurocognition problems. maybe related to autoimmune disease, and so on.
So, how much impact does this gene therapy have in the poor maintenance of vitamin D in human beings? Means, do the genes impact on?
No. There is no gene therapy. I think there is no impact of the gene. No, there is no impact of the gene on this. It is, I would say that rather, yes, in our country, I would answer that in India, mainly because people do ask, so why vitamin D is deficiency in India? Is it really right, or is it just a false investigations, or what it is? And I remember some of the very leading owner of the pharmaceutical chairman company, he asked, okay, that is why we have been testing and we just find the vitamin deficiency is very common. And I would say that yes, because we are indoor lovers. Like if I ask example to myself, I may be going morning walk by every day in the 6 o'clock. Is the sunrise is there between 6 to 7? No. So, and then rest of the time, I confined to my home, or confined to my home, office, or in my car. We'll have AC. We remain in the closed door, so we have no sun exposure even 15-20 minutes. So then, what is the source of vitamin E in India? That is the scenario in urban population. In rural also, if you people who are really a farmer, yes, they may have a sufficient vitamin D, and that is why if you look at the knee replacement, I have not seen the farmers require a knee replacement. It is only we either urban or rural urban people who are
Point
not a
taken.
rural
Very
or
well
not
said, Dr. Jayesh.
require the knee
Very well.
replacement. But I have not seen poor people who require the knee because he has sun exposure. He is working enough all day in and day out in the sun. So he has the vitamin D available plenty. So that is really observational study. We can say that yes, this is the benefit of vitamin D to you.
Wonderful. Point taken and very well articulated, Doctor, as usual. Your elegance has not reduced with the age progressing, Doctor. You are super, you are indeed a treat to listen to today on a given subject. Thank you so much for your time. And I will,
Thank you.
we are entering in the last phase of our questionnaire. I have 4 questions left, but that is Google Ganesh asking me over YouTube, and I will take the Facebook question little later. And he has one very relevant question, and it is, do you have any idea about which specific form of vitamin D is highly absorbable or bioavailable in human body?
Usually, we have 2 forms of vitamin D, vitamin D2 and D3. It is a vitamin D3 which is get absorbed, which is the active form. In our natural source, we get vitamin D, but which are the fortified food like in a fish oil, it is vitamin D2. So those who are non-vegetarian, if they have enough vitamin D, if they take a fish is full of vitamin D, so which is vitamin D2. So in the nature, the active form is vitamin D3. So whatever we are taking, whatever vitamin D available to us, that gets synthesized. It gets again metabolized in the body in active form of vitamin D3, not D2.
Wonderful. Point taken, Doctor. And I have one another question coming from yes, Dr. Prakash. That is the question on the list. Dr. Prakash from US is asking me. He is my ex-faculty at present. He is also transmitting our conversation on his timeline at US, and his question is vitamin D and its correlationship with the blood sugar.
I think that is what our study is, because we made the literature study and we found that blood sugar, no doubt, but it has a role. I would say that because when we did the study, we found that vitamin D deficiency is equally common in type 2 diabetic and equally common in a healthy subject. But it has study have shown that those who have enough amount of vitamin D supplementation or vitamin D sufficiency, they have better control of blood sugar. But please do not think that you have enough amount of vitamin D and you take a vitamin D tablet and your diabetes will go away. I will say that yes, vitamin D, enough amount of vitamin D available will help you to make insulin secretion, or will make insulin sensitization, in a better way rather than just curing the disease. So do not consider vitamin D just as a one tablet and is magic for everything. It may be a good supplementation. If you have deficiency, if you are diabetic, take supplementation. Your diabetes will be better controlled perhaps. But do not think that if your diabetes uncontrolled, you take it, you take any kind of food and then you take a vitamin D and oh, it will be reduced. No.
Oh, point taken, doctor. And next question to you is: can vitamin D deficiency cause high blood pressure?
Vitamin D deficiency itself does not cause, but if you know the vitamin D mechanism, how it get absorbed, it get absorbed in the intestine, then get metabolized in the liver, then also get the metabolized in the renal also. So yes, perhaps it is important fact vitamin D is for to maintain the calcium phosphorus metabolism and also that maintain the blood homeostasis for the calcium phosphorus metabolism. And if you have vitamin D deficiency, it is likely to increase the secondary hyperparathyroid and then secondary parathyroid hormones may affect on the renal system and perhaps that may be linked to hypertension. But there are no direct evidence to say again that yes, vitamin D deficiency can cause hypertension. It is like I think a chain of events. There is a lot of chain of events occurring. Vitamin D deficiency will not cause, but there may be an indirect way that it goes to the renal, and there may be renal, I think, particularly homeostasis is not maintained for the calcium absorption or phosphorus absorption, and perhaps it increases secondary rise of the parathyroid hormone. That may be responsible for the hypertension. But no, I will not say that it is the cause of the hypertension.
Okay. And generally speaking, how much do you have any idea? Because it's again a very therapeutic question, but how much vitamin D? Because you know these kind of questions are often Googled.
Yeah, I know because vitamin D is common now.
Yeah.
I would say it's just like an endemic. You find everywhere, everybody takes vitamin D and you find deficiency. So it's very
Yeah.
common.
So how much a diabetic patient should take? Can you share something on that subject?
You test your vitamin D. If your vitamin D level is less than 25 nanogram in Indian subjects, take vitamin D. You require normally about 600 IU or to 1000 IU is good enough. And ask your doctor. Do not become your doctor yourself. As I say, the vitamin D toxicity is very well known. And when you have vitamin D toxicity, it will be not good for your health, also it's dangerous. So how much amount? I think you have to take a tablet in such a way, dose, that you maintain a blood level 25 to 50 nanogram is good enough. So let your doctor to decide which dose to be given to you.
Yeah, most of the questions are completed, Dr. very successfully, and as this is how you are, Dr. J. Sheth, and thank you so much. I would like to accommodate some of the telecallers. So I have continuously receiving the call from my ex-colleague, and let me try to get in touch with him if the telephonic line can permit me. So he wanted to ask you and greet you something.
Hello.
Hi, dear. Are you available for? You wanted to? Yes, you wanted to say something to. Only 1 second. 1 second. I will give you a 30 seconds of time. Dr. Sheth is on the line, and if you want to say something to him, please.
Tell me.
It was a great that absorption based on fat and the complexion, how it contributes towards better absorption of vitamin D was really a simple, most tip which will enable all clinicians also to advise really. It is not being practiced by clinicians first. And I would appreciate if doctor through his practical exposures can throw an additional light on dementia, any effect on dementia, thyroid and bone
Yes, I got a question. You mean to say that is the role of dementia and as I say that the vitamin D cross the blood-brain barrier. You have a brain, particularly in the hippocampus area, the brain has got the vitamin D receptors. So vitamin D play an important role even in a dementia. So those who have dementia, and if you measure vitamin D deficiency there, you definitely give the supplemental vitamin D. But if your sufficient amount of vitamin D is there, you do not think that dementia will be cured by vitamin D supplementation. But yes, it is one of the factors, I would say, one of the contributing factor can be said that. But dementia, there are many causes of dementia. So yes, vitamin D, sufficient amount of vitamin D will be good for the health, be good for the neural health also. So I would say yes, those who have dementia, measure vitamin deficiency is there, give a supplementation of vitamin D to them.
Thank you, dear. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, my dear viewers. Today, Dr. Jay Sheth is with us from India, and we are getting, I would like to take some of the questions from Alpna Shukla. And is more vitamin D required during menopause? That's a question. Thank you, Alpna.
That's very well. No, you don't require excess amount of vitamin D during menopause. No, you don't require. It is a normal amount of vitamin D is good enough. You have this 800, no doubt, yes, in a little aging population, the vitamin D we require a little higher. So as I initially I said that children require 400 IU, adults require 600 IU, and like the aging people require 800 IU. So you require a little menopausal woman, you require a little higher dose of vitamin D. Yes, 800 IU is good enough.
Wonderful. And there is a question coming from Subhachet, and he is asking that at what time sunlight be taken? Is it good? Is it a specific time slot for the sunlight?
No time slot, but yes, the sunrise, like we have sunrise at 7 o'clock. So you have good amount of sunlight available at 7 or 8 o'clock. Take in the morning time, 8 to 9 or 9 to 10, whatever available sunlight is good enough for you. So maybe some people say that in the middle of the day where the plenty of sun is there, you just stand for 10-15 minutes time and you have enough vitamin D. So I would say that whichever available, the morning is good enough, morning time. When you are fresh, you just sit outside in this open sun rays and then you get 10 to 15 minutes time. It's a good time for you.
Wonderful.
Maybe in the middle of the day.
Mr. Subrit Straight is asking another question for vitamin D's role in kidney diseases. So is there any significance of vitamin D in kidney diseases, doctor?
Yeah, I will say that because vitamin D deficiency does lead to the hyperparathyroidism. And you have a hyperparathyroidism means you have not enough amount of the calcium, it will be oozing out from the bones, and then your body will have calcemia, and that will damage the kidney also. So obviously, if you have the vitamin D deficiency, you maintain a vitamin D level if you have a kidney diseases. But there are no directly somebody has a renal failure and say vitamin D supplementation, no. So do not, I think one has to be very specific about it. Do not think that is a magic bullet and cure everything. No, it's not like that.
I take your point. There is no silver bullet to all the questions being asked on various media, but
even if you have a renal failure or a kidney disease, may have vitamin D deficiency. Oh, then you may find, oh, this is the cause. No, that is not the cause. That may be just accidental finding, maybe there.
Yeah, Dr. Sheth, to deviate a bit, what is your, we learned enough from you with regard to vitamin D. So when I was at India, I remember well that you had your office at Medicare. So do you still perform analytical work there at the same laboratory? What kind of work generally do you do in your routine, please? And which are the places you are available if somebody wants to see you?
I think you can show some of the slides which I send you what you do the research work, because we were doing extensive work now on genetic research. So that laboratory by no more laboratory. Now we are still, that is still operating, but we have moved to the Institute of Frisch House. If you Google it, if you give an Institute of Human Genetics, you will find that whole the area of the studies, and there we do the many. I think there is not much we do in endocrine now. We do a lot of research work in rare disease area in our Institute of Human Genetics, and I think that is a separate area of rare diseases because viewers may not know what is rare disease. You know that 70 million people in India alone have the rare disease.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 in 8 people have a rare disease.
Mm-hmm.
And now with so we do, our center is a national coordinating center and task force center for the study of rare disease, identify the burden, molecular studies. Besides that, any kind of genetic disorders. Now we are also moving on to identify the weak cancer patients, what kind of therapy they have to work, like microsatellite instability in the work. We also like children with autism, autistic, or children with skeletal disorders, or people with neuromuscular disorders. We do all kind of, I think, battery of investigations. But that is a very, very technical thing. We do like from area of investigations and area of research. So at the institute, we do it's a unique model. When I know that when Dr. Kalam met first and he visited us, he asked, "What is this? A private? How do you function?" And even the DG of CSIR, he said, "We have like Tata Sons, and the fridge is just one of our main institutions, and then we have the research institution, we have a diagnostic arm, we have academic arm. So we teach the students, we give them, we do the research work, and then we do the translation work as well. So
Yeah, if you want to communicate with the general masses where the institution is physically located, if somebody wants to come to see you, where
I think I told you that if you just Google, give an Institute of Human Genetics, India,
okay.
I think you can right now you can see that you will find it in Ahmedabad. It is in Ahmedabad in Gujarat, and you will find the location there.
Oh,
It is very
wonderful.
well.
Will you be available for our online viewers for the Skype consultancy? Because nowadays doctors offer this kind of consultancy.
It is difficult for me to have a Skype consult. I will be comfortable with sending the email.
Okay.
Skype consult is not because in the morning time will be very busy hours for me, and it is difficult. Mostly when
because I have a question coming through another channel. I've had to ask you, but I know we also struggle for almost a year and a half.
you can share my email, and I will definitely answer them on email. No Skype meeting for that.
Okay, okay. Any other point would you like to share for the disease pattern emerging globally, Dr. Sheikh? And what are your future aspirations?
I would say now we have less infectious disease. The more of we say the lifestyle related disease, and all kind of lifestyle like diabetes, cardiovascular disease, knee problem, knee replacement, cancer, rare disease now. I think the disease which we thought are not existing, we are finding it. Maybe I think only 10 cases reported in the literature, and we find them in India also. So all kind of disease, but yes, the global challenge in the 21st century, that are we able to, though we have no all facility to diagnose, but we do not have sufficient amount of money, resources to treat them. In our center only, we may diagnosing some rare disease, 10, 15 disease or 20 in a month time. Hardly one get the treatment. Rest of only we can make a prevention. So the challenge is with the lifestyle related disease. That is the biggest challenge for all of us.
Okay, dear viewers, we are running against the time. We are running against the clock. It's already 10:45. Still, we have 15 minutes left. Those who could not get the clear voice over is a problem of the system here. It is globally transmitted, and we did not receive any such complaint. And we have some good news for all of them, that we are going to repost the same documentary on different social media. You will be able to get clear-cut version of audio visual content of this proceedings today. Any question would you like to ask to Dr. Sheikh? Pulin Gandhi is sharing from India. It's very nice. Ajay Singh, very nice, sir. We recognize everybody joining us today. We are thankful to each one of them. Abbas Haldari, Urvesh Shah, Pinakin Shah, Alpna Shukla. We thank you so much. Mona Katria. We thank you so much. Do you have any question to ask to Dr. Sheikh? Still, we have at least 10 minutes on hand. Dr. Sheikh, how far is this genetic center from Medicare if we want to make a tour from no, it's a very logical question. In a case when we get down at Ahmedabad airport, we have to cover up, we would like to
around 20 kilometers.
20 kilometers, because India is emerging as a medical tourism destination. You may feel that what relevance does it have, but people would like to come from different parts of the world to get them diagnosed, and when they land, they come to one location.
We have been, I think, getting many requests and many of the patients from even from like countries like Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, Mauritius. So I know that anybody can just approach us by email and just sending the email, and we provide all the details, and either to me or to in our website. We have given that details also.
Yeah. Any special message would you like to send to your audience today? They are passing on greetings to you.
Like this topic of vitamin D deficiency, I would say to everyone that if you want to stay healthy, yes, vitamin D is a very vital for every part of the body. So be healthy, not only by taking a tablet or vitamin D supplement is available, but have a good sun exposure. Like a country like India, we don't need to take the vitamin D supplementation. Have a sit in a garden for 10 minutes, 15 minutes in a daytime, and with the maximum part of your body open, and then you have enough amount of vitamin D available. So it is like a life. I would say that lifestyle related vitamin D deficiency is a lifestyle related. So it is what we have created. So be the don't go to. I don't say don't go to gym, but go for jogging outside. When there is a sun rays is there, and perhaps you will get enough amount of vitamin D in your body. That is what my message is. Do not link everything to vitamin D deficiency. Because you have a diabetes or you have a headache and your dementia and say vitamin D deficiency is there, oh, they link this is because of this. No, it may helpful, but it is not the cause.
Thank you, Doctor, so much. We would like to pass on a message from Canada. We are an incorporated pharmaceutical, biotech, and business processing outsourcing company. We have a prescribed format to invite the speakers. We will always look for to whom Dr. Sheth is not fully audible. We are going to post a refined audio-visual content on his social media. You will have a fair copy of today's conversation. It is because of the bandwidth, sometimes it causes problem, but here the flow of communication is fantastic. So it will be reposted. Coming back to the point, we are a biopharmaceutical company operating from Canada. We would like to invite bright minds across the globe in healthcare sector. If you have a topic that you would like to share with the people globally, kindly contact us on our website, that is www.npaf.ca, and subject to the availability of the resources, we will revert back to you. We would like to hold many such programs with at least twice a year with Dr. Sheth on different topics. Today, this program is being broadcasted in more than 80 countries through 26 channels. So every time bandwidth bitrate rate is different, but I assure you, dear viewers, that you will get a fair copy and you will not miss today's conversation with Dr. Sheth and importance. And as he rightly said, he resides in Ahmedabad. So we would like to organize many such programs to bring the awareness, not only in Indian continent, but across the globe. We are living in a global village and we count on every support that we receive for this transmission exercise. Dr. Sheth, thank you so very much again today. And any words of blessings to the audience?
Thank you, Pranav, for invitation to NPAF, and I thanks very much for organizing this. And my suggestion, I think you now organize sometime for someone and organize that. Know your genes and be healthy. Because it is you who can keep you healthy. So know your DNA, and that keep your healthy DNA, and you will be healthy.
Doctor, we want to invite the allied faculties, but at the same time, we struggle to have the commitment like you, Dr. Prakash Kondekar, Alka Nayak, and the faculties, those who came on board, Dr. B.M. Hegde. If we see that kind of commitment, believe you me, I will run after. And how much attempts did we make to put this 1 hour show that you, your family members, everybody know. So when we see that kind of commitment, I would not hesitate to fly down to India to sign the agreement and to bring them and my ultimate dream is to create a digital caucus. And like great Dr. Aupi Kapoor used to deliver presentation at Birla Matushri every Saturday morning, we wish to create a digital galaxy where every clinician, physician can share his thoughts, experience, and ultimately it's going to help the mankind. That is the motive of floating this program. We have a Daniel Lean, she is going to moderate. I will not be the moderator. My role will be for managing the transmission, and we wish to organize many such programs. Again, thank you so much. You will have a lot of questionnaire coming. I kindly request you to look at the questions coming on your social media. I will forward other questions coming to me directly, and you can take it from there. Thank you so much thank you again so much to Fridge Institute, institute of its own kind, Endocrine Laboratory at Medicare, for facilitating this program all the way from India. It was indeed a treat to listen to you today.
Thank you, Dr. Pranav. Thank you so much, and I'm so happy that you are really doing a good, wonderful work, and God bless you. Stay healthy and stay happy.
Convey my gratitude and regards to everyone. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Pranav. I'm just taking off now.
Yeah, 1 second, please. 1 second. We will turn off.